and it was the 9 ball. Jason Shaw has had a wonderful day, and he continues. He's just beaten Francisco Sanchez Ruiz by 5 racks to 1. Next up on table 2, David Alcady against Mieszko Fortunski.
The first rack, Skyler with a break.
Skyler's going to get this match underway. Terrific performance. We're just seeing the bank of the tournament. Great win over David Alcady, and this is also a big match. Parks the cue ball in the centre, and he's got a shot. Is the form gonna continue? He's up against the player of the week for me, though. Philip seems to have made less errors than everybody else in the tournament.
Yes, he's got back-to-back matches, Joshua Filler now, this one, and then he remains on table 1 to take on Alexander Kazakis. If he can win both of those, and it will be, of course, in this company a tall order, but if he wins both of those, his place in the top 6 is absolutely under lock and key, and then he can start really thinking about getting enough points in this phase to all but guarantee a top 4 place. Well, that was a miscue.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of miscues yesterday. They're very rare at the pro level, but now and again they pop up. And it was the time it's shown its face, which is not good for Skyler.
10 seconds.
Extension, please.
Could have been worse though for Skyler. Could have left Joshua a real easy opener. Good safety though from Josh, making sure he got a tight 4 ball.
Yes, hitting the cue ball slightly weaker would have perhaps
Extension call.
left a snooker in behind the 6, but that would have risked leaving the 4 ball in more open play. This is the opposite of open play.
Well, he's on a banking mission, is Skyler. Another tremendous bank shot. He is well known for banking the balls where he comes from. They play bank pool quite a lot, and the Derby City Classic was only a few weeks ago, so he's on top form. What a shot maker.
Well, that's 2 absolutely eye-popping doubles in as many matches.
Yeah, over here in England we call it a double. In America they call it a bank shot. It's important for Skyler because when you make an error like he just did, a miscue, when you go on to win the rack, just helps you forget about that mistake.
Skyler Woodward wins
Skyler Woodward. Entertaining on the table, and he's always entertaining off it as well.
Started off a little rough. I was playing good, but just wasn't winning the matches, and you know, it turned around. I started getting those matches that were close ones that I was losing, so ended up doing all right. I think it's like a good momentum swing for me going into tomorrow, because I've won 6 out of my last 7, so yeah, I think it's good momentum. You know, I just got to hope I get the shots and get the right ones at the right time, and one more than them anyways. You know, just try to get through all my matches and beat those guys this time. I feel like I'm getting better every match, more comfortable every match, so yeah, just ready. It'd be amazing to win an individual Matchroom event, especially from how the event started for me, being down towards the bottom of the list, and then if I work my way all the way back up and win the event, it'd be huge. It'd be a huge win for me, period, and it would be like a huge confidence booster for coming from the bottom, you know, in the future, so it would be great.
Woodward there referencing the way he finished the first phase, which was powerfully,
Trailing by
and he started the second phase in exactly the same manner. I can tell you the penultimate match of the day on table 2 has just begun. David Alcady and Mieszko Fortunski. Now, if you recall, in the first rack, Woodward broke off, left himself bang on the 1. Ditto here for Filler.
Really enjoy watching Joshua play this game. Hits the ball really nice. Not a lot of players hit the ball as sweet as this young man from Germany. His timing is impeccable.
I think it's also fair to say, Carl, and you know better than me, I think his work ethic is impeccable.
Yeah, well spotted, Phil. Joshua's got an academy back home where he lives with 2 tables in, and himself and his wife Pia, who's a very good player herself. They go to their little academy every single day, and Pia's on one table, Josh is on the other. Sometimes they film their practice sessions, go home, watch them back, and while they're eating their dinner, they discuss the game.
For most, there'll be a question mark about this pot. Not for Filler. Meat and drink.
Yeah, it's the way it goes into the pocket as well, isn't it, Phil? It goes in sweet.
The third rack. It's 1 rack each. Skyler Woodward to break.
2 pulsating breaks, 1 from each player. Is it going to be a third?
The 1 ball's going to fall in. And that's the only ball that has gone in. And he's got a shot at this 2 ball. Can float it around a couple of rails, back over for the 3. Six ball is a dead set combo. That would get rid of the brown 7. So as long as he gets this shot right, he becomes favourite for the rack. Watch the cue ball, he's playing this with bottom left draw. Needs to miss the 4. Oh, he's just clipped the 4, so that now makes this ball missable.
So that means, Carl, he didn't quite get into it enough. Had he just nipped it a little more, put more backspin on, the angle would have been widened and the collision wouldn't have taken place.
Yeah, if this ball is touching the rail, they do say that makes the pot a little easier. It kind of grabs the rail on the way up. Yeah, that's okay. Whenever the ball's near the rail, we know he's going to play into a more generous pocket. He's going to need another good one here, though. Well, he is pulling some shots out of the bag tonight. He really is. That was such a difficult pot, and it went in so clean.
Just terrific, that 4 ball. Totally opposite to the 4 ball missed by Mieszko Fortunski on table 2. It was a kick in. Somehow it stayed on the table, and Al-Kaidi stepped in for 1-1 over there.
Yeah, we already spotted that this is a combination right at the beginning of the rack. Now he's got to get into the cue ball here because he don't want to leave a big angle on the 6 on his next shot. Wants to be straight. Yeah, that's fine. It's been an inspired performance tonight from Mr. Woodward. Let's not forget the rest of the field will be watching this match as well, because Joshua Filler were kind of racing away a little bit, wasn't he, Phil? And this would just bring him back to the chasing pack.
Yes, I think Jason Shaw would break the habit of a lifetime here and like to see an American win over a European.
Skyler Woodward.
The Kentucky kid is a shot maker. He's produced some absolute pearls so far in this session. And in this match, he's in front at 2-1.
fourth rack, Joshua Filler to break, trailing by 2 racks to 1.
Joshua Filler drew level by winning the second rack. Can he do the same in the fourth?
Park the cue ball on the break, and he's got a shot at the 2. It's very rare you see Joshua Filler make a mistake when the balls are this open. Doesn't happen very often.
Yes, there's a totally different feel to this match than to the second match of the first session today. When he lost 5-4 to Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. But then, what a miss. We're astounded.
Phil, you've got far more experience than me in the booth. Why is it when a commentator says something like what I've just said, the player then goes on to miss? That was simply incredible.
Well, of course, you time your comments because you back the player to knock in a particular ball. He stopped me in my tracks.
I'll say it again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but please don't ever change these 4-inch pockets. Whoever's in charge of that decision, please keep them here for life. Because a few years ago, that ball would have just flew straight in the pocket and Josh would have won the rack. We want to see these misses.
Yeah, just compare and contrast, see some old footage of Mosconi Cubs maybe. It's a totally different test and a more exacting one.
Yeah, the mistake from Josh is just going to give Skyler a little bit of breathing space. Skyler will be breaking in the next rack as well.
Skyler Woodward.
The 3 is a red ball, and maybe it's a red flag. Is Joshua Filler going to succumb to a lull like all of the other players in this tournament this week? We'll find out right now. Skyler Woodward has taken a 3-1 lead by jumping all over that totally unexpected mistake. Table 2, by the way, this evening, and it features Skyler Woodward against Fortunsky. Woodward could do himself a power of good by winning this and that.
It's the 5th rack. Skyler Woodward to break, leading by 3 racks to 1.
Nice break. Cue ball was going to stay around the centre. Got kicked, but the main thing is Woodward's got a chance at the 1 ball. 2 balls over the top right. All the balls are sat in open play. This is a real good chance to get to the hill. Yeah, the pink four's on the bottom rail. That's near the red ball. Yeah, this is a real, genuine chance now.
Well, I can hear some music. I don't know whether the players can in the ballroom. Yes, it is designed for dancing, but not tonight, tomorrow, or Monday.
Bit of background music to help Skyler on his way. Maybe it's a bit of line dancing.
Well, Phil's got an achy, breaky heart after missing the 3-ball.
Phil, don't go breaking my heart.
I couldn't if I tried. Stop now, stop.
You're right though, I can hear some music. I don't know if the people at home can hear the music. I don't know what's going on, but there's definitely a bit of background music coming from somewhere. That was a nice shot. Draw the cue ball back. If you've noticed, cue ball around centre of the table often works on many of the shots on a pool table. He's got one key shot to get right. It's going to be this positional shot, and then just pop the 6 and get on the 8. I mean, it's not difficult. But 9 ball's a funny game. A lot of the times these finishes you just never miss in practice, but when you're out in the arena and you can often overthink things, crazy things happen.
Yeah, there's definitely music blaring out from somewhere.
So the mistake from Joshua is going to be doubly punished with this timely break and run from the 2-time MVP.
Yeah, Woodward hitting the right notes. When he plays well, he makes the game look preposterously easy. Such a good player. Former Mosconi Cup MVP, most valuable player. And some of the shot making tonight has been invaluable. The lead over Filler, 4-1. As for the other table, it's now 3-1 to Poland's Mieszko Fortunski over David Al-Kaidi. Might be an opportune moment to take a look at the table, because this result will definitely impact. So there you can see Joshua Filler. He's got 14 points, plus 29 in terms of frame difference. Jason Shaw plus 26. So if Filler were to lose 5-1, his frame difference would go down to plus 25, and being inactive, Jason Shaw would take over at the top. At the foot of the table, it makes rather depressing reading for both Al-Kaidi and Fortunski, who are playing at the moment over on table 2. Yes, Al-Kaidi's got 10 points. He can turn this around, but he's played 20 matches. Fortunski with 7 points. He's just clinging on for dear life.
On the hill leading 4-1, Joshua Filler to break.
When you've made a bad mistake like he did a couple of racks ago, quite often the balls, even though they are inanimate objects, don't forgive.
Is the cue ball going to go behind the 4? Well, it is to a degree. It's a good pot though. As you said, Phil, it was close to the object ball, wasn't it? But he found a way, as he often does. But even the great Joshua Filler, what he's won in the game, this is going to be a tall order because you can clearly see Skyler, he's playing well and he's up for it. And the safety shot's gone wrong. What's he going to leave? Well, he's kind of got away with it.
Yes, with the alternate break format, sustained fightbacks have been in relatively short supply. We have seen matches salvage from 4-1 down. Not from 4-0 though.
Extension called.
Well, we've had our noise detectives on the case and they've discovered it's a wedding. How dare they? Pool's far more important.
Well, steady on, Phil. There's a bit of free wedding cake knocking around the building.
Well, Filler hates that pocket when the 3 is involved.
Yeah, tried the full table sword, never easy to judge.
Al-Qaidi pulls a rack back on table 2. Fortinsky leads 3-2.
It's always really awkward when the ball is near the pocket and you've got the full table to judge. It often goes wrong. Amazing. It's actually not come out too bad. As long as he pots this ball, he's going to be on the 5. Needs to hit the 6 ball. Doesn't want to slide past it. Yeah, he's okay. A lot of the pool tournaments you do play in, actually, you often have a little bit of background music. So it's not going to affect the pool players one bit. This is not like the world of snooker where everything has to be perfect, Phil. We're used to seeing all sorts of stuff. Don't worry about that. I mean, you can bring the wedding party in and it won't put Skyler off.
Yeah, down the other area of this hotel, they're playing their own version of a ring game. The vows have been made, rings have been exchanged. It's a happy day. It's a happy day for Woodward as well, coming into his own.
Well, he has told us a few times he feels like he's playing well, and he needed to. This 8 ball and 9 to record a big win over Joshua Filler. And that's just about fine for Skyler. This 9 ball for a convincing 5-1 win.
Skyler Woodward wins the rack.
Skyler Woodward is right there now in the thick of things in this Predator Q's Premier League pool. What a move he's made today, and he's got 1 match left. His latest result, comprehensive and quality. He's defeated Joshua Filler by 5 racks to 1. Filler now has to pick up the pieces and take on Alexander Kazakis next on table 1. It's coming up after the break.